Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby. The URC is back, the Prem is back, the top 14 is back, and I mean, overall, franchise rugby is back. And if you've been following this channel for the past, let's say, I think it was 3-4 months, maybe even a bit more, I'm not even too sure, right? But in the past couple of months, I've kind of branched this channel out from just being me on Casual Bias Rugby to a few content creators all just forming their own podcasts or own videos, literally covering every single franchise league that we have. And that's back up and running. Obviously, it was international season. Franchise season is about to start, coming to the end of the international season once again. So please do remember to like and subscribe to the channel. If you follow more than one league, you will get all the coverage right here on Casual Bias Rugby. And I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Give the other guys that are also on the channel, give them a watch. Maybe go to their personal channels as well. But you'll find all of us out here on Casual Bias Rugby, the rugby community. And I love calling it the rugby community because, I mean, it goes from the people that create content about it, all from a fan's perspective. So no one's analysts or anything like that. We're just passionate about the game, just talking to each other. But it goes to even you guys. You guys are part of the rugby community, you know, the guys in the comment section talking to us, giving us your perspective, your opinions. And a lot of the times I see your stuff and I'm just like, that's a great opinion, and I talk about it in the next video, you know. So please do remember to like and subscribe. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will be running a little podcast form, something with two people tonight, one from Ireland and one from Scotland, and we'll be talking all things URC in terms of predictions for the season as a whole, but that will come out tomorrow morning. So I know it's a bit twisted around. So this video purely just the predictions for round one of the URC. And starting off with the first game, and I thought maybe we'd want to go with a bigger game to start off with, but obviously it's at the same time. So we got one big game and the other one's kind of just the iffy game. So we've got Cardiff Rugby versus Zebra Palmer. It's being played in Wales. I'm going with Cardiff to get this win. I was so impressed by Zebra last season. Obviously, I haven't followed a lot of the pre-season anything. I don't think you can really look into pre-season too much. But I'm pretty sure Cardiff will get this one. They've been pretty good at home. They really impressed me last season. I thought Zebra was going to do a lot better than they actually did. Zebra looked good at the start and then just went back to being same old Zebra that really struggles to even pull games close, to be fair. So I'm going with Cardiff to get the victory. I think Zebra will be up for it. I'm going Cardiff to win this game by 9 points. Usually the first game, both teams will be up for it. So I'll back Zebra to kind of stay in the game, but Cardiff will take this game by 9 points. And then it's the massive one. Friday night, Edinburgh versus Leinster in Scotland. This is a juicy game, right? And we all expect Leinster to win the game. I'm going with Leinster to win the game as well. But I don't count Edinburgh out, right? Like, they're a good team. They've got a lot of international players. They will be playing at home, so they'll be up for it. But I think Leinster, they'll probably field a full strength team and get the victory. But I think it will be close for about 60-65 minutes, and then maybe Leinster runs away with it a bit more. I'm going with Leinster to get the victory by 15 points. I know it's a big scoreline, but as I said, I think it's going to be at the end maybe like an 8-point lead, and then they score near the end to kind of just solidify the victory. So that's what I'm going for, Leinster to take that one. And that wraps us up for the Friday matches. Moving on to the next one, we're starting off with the derby. And I'm not too sure if I like the fact that we have a derby first up. You know, like, you kind of want to build up, get the boys, find their feet before you go into a derby. But I mean, Dragons versus Ospreys, Dragons just aren't that great, are they? Like, they've got a couple of good players, but I think all over, maybe Ospreys are just a bit stronger. So I'm going Ospreys to win this game by 6 points. Then moving on, we've got another derby. There's a lot of derbies in this one. We've got Munster versus Connacht. Obviously a massive game. The Irish boys will be up for it. But yeah, Munster, I'm going Munster to win it. I was not impressed by Connacht at all last season. Munster, they'll be ready for it as well. Obviously, still no John Klein. They're missing Ergis Neyman as well, but they've still got the big boys. They've still got the big names. Should get the job done, and they should get it done quite easily. I'm going with Munster to actually smash Connacht. I'm going with a 16-point victory for Munster to do it pretty comfortably. I think they might cruise home. They're at home as well. So yeah, let's go for that. Benetton versus Scarlets. I'm not going to go into too much depth to that one. You know how good Benetton is when they play at home. Can beat nearly every team when they play at home. So I'm going Benetton to get the victory over Scarlets. I'm going an 11-point victory for Benetton. Ulster versus Glasgow Warriors. Obviously Glasgow, the defending champions. Ulster really came and found their feet near the end of the season. I think they really struggled at the start and then got better and better and better. And obviously they got that famous victory over Leinster near the end of the season. But Glasgow, defending champions, they know this season is a massive season for them. They have to show up and show why they are the defending champions. And obviously they've got big names, they've got exciting names. I'm not too sure of all the transfers that has been made. But I'm going with Glasgow to take the victory on this one. I don't know, I haven't even looked at the betting odds necessarily. So it will be interesting to see that, but I'm pretty sure Glasgow will be pretty handy favourites. I'm pretty sure of that. So I'm going Glasgow to win this game by, I think it might be close. I think they sneak over the line in this one because Ulster can keep a game tight. You know, I think this one might go down to the wire and we're going Glasgow by 4 points. Oh, it would be a juicy one. Obviously, speaking about derbies, there's 2 postponed games. The games that I probably would have gone more in depth with would have been the South African games. Obviously, as I'm South African, my team would have taken on the Bulls. I'm so glad we're not getting that in the first game. Like, I was shitting it, especially if you look at the way the Western Province play in the Currie Cup. I'm so scared for the Stormers this season, but at the same point, I'm kind of like, are people writing us off? Could they possibly be writing us off and we can come from the shadows and shock some people? But obviously the Bulls are in a very good spot at the moment. I hate the Bulls, but they're so good. You kind of just have to give them their respect. So that is postponed, so we can't do a prediction. And the same with the Sharks and the Lions. And stay tuned for tomorrow's episode because I've got a wild shout on the Sharks to take on the Lions. Obviously, that's the Currie Cup final as well this weekend. So, yeah, very excited. The Sharks, obviously, they've got massive names in. I've got a massive standard for the Sharks this season. I mean, yeah, okay, first season, not a lot of chemistry, but you saw how good they got throughout the season. And if they can carry that form on, there's nothing stopping them from having a great season. I mean, they've just built on their depth. And when we talk about depth with the Sharks, it's just more and more Springboks or more and more talent. You know, the Lions, obviously, they also found their feet near the end of the season. Really exciting team. I really want to see where they go with this season. So, yeah, surely the Lions try and push to get into the playoffs. Sharks, nothing less than playoffs will be acceptable for them either way. So those 2 games are still to be confirmed, the dates. I think it might be confirmed, but as you know, I just talk off the cuff, so I'm not too sure whether it has or hasn't been confirmed. But anyway, so that is the predictions. So we're going with Cardiff to get the victory, Leinster to take the victory, Ospreys, Munster, Benetton, and Glasgow Warriors. I feel like we won't really see any upsets. Do let me know what you guys think about those predictions. Do you differ on any one of those? But I think it's a pretty safe weekend if you want to put your money where your mouth is. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for tomorrow morning for the absolute preview of the URC and what our actual thoughts are going into this URC season. Thank you. Bye.